Hi, Divine Rebels, Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart here, and today we are going to do a yummy reading. I'm so excited for this. This is Chocolates for You. We had the Flowers for You video, so go check that out if you're new to the channel and you haven't seen it yet. There's a reading that is basically comprised to be a bouquet of flowers for you. Well, this one is your box of chocolates. And I'm just, a goofy Pisces, so I'm so excited. Now, congratulations to Taurus, because if you're watching this in real time, it is Taurus season. The sun moved into Taurus just after the full moon, and I love when this happens. The sun and moon went from being in Aries and Libra to Taurus and Scorpio, so it's almost a continuance of full moon feeling. We will still have a Scorpio full moon later on this Taurus season, but because they didn't hit the exact degree, so that's how you know when a full moon hits. It's not just when sun and moon are in opposite signs, it's also when they're going to hit the same degree. So the moon was already ahead of the sun, so we didn't have a double full moon, but it's kind of like that energy. It's almost like we get a full moon in two different signs and energies. And I always love seeing children who are born around this time, because when I'm tracking the astrology for the parents, it's like, oh, like there's a lot of changes that can happen, a lot of combinations at this time, because sun and moon changed. So yes, happy Taurus season. I'm a little bit sad because all the planets are finally getting out of Pisces. Venus is also moved into Aries today, so like vada voom. Things are picking up. Okay, Mercury is in Aries as well, so little Neptune is left alone in Pisces, and everything else is going into the Aries Taurus season. This Taurus season should be very interesting too, because this is the first time that we're having the Taurus season since Uranus moved into Taurus. So it might not be the most predictable Taurus season like it normally is. So let me know. I'm a mad astrologer, actually. Got mad astrology skills. That's what I do, just like I do cards, and I'm just as known for it. So check out Facebook, because for some reason, I don't know, I've been doing a lot of tarot and oracle here and astrology on Facebook more. So I don't know why, but let me know if you're interested in more astrology content here on videos, and I definitely will be getting into that. I used to do that on my other channel, do some tidbit videos and stuff, and I want to do a lot more. And eventually, once I get my website up, I'll have more, blog posts, how transits affect your chart, a whole bunch of stuff, but that's a little bit ways out. So getting back to these tasty snacks here, okay? You're like, just stop. I can't stop, won't stop. We have some earthy colors. I put out all my blue throat chakra energies. Taurus is ruled by Venus, so we have some pretty colors and things. So we have honey calcite for number 1. Let's use the trident. Honey calcite for number 1. We have Aragonite for number 2. Magenta Agate for number 3, and we have this beautiful Conch Shell for number 4. So let me show them off, because I like to be Vanna White and give you close-ups. Number 1, oh, look at that. Hello, life in the crystal. Here is number 2, right? This is like QVC or something. Number 3, and number 4. So difficult to choose. No, your intuition will lead you right. So connect with your intuition and trust yourself, and you'll have the right one. So here's your box of chocolates. Some of you might be chocoholics like me, and you might just decide you need more than one set of chocolates. That's perfectly fine. Go ahead and send this video to your friend too if they need to pick me up and they need some chocolates. All right, Taurus season, hashtag sweet tooth season. All right, drop that down below. Sweet tooth season. If you're a chocoholic and a sweetaholic like me. So let's get into this. Let's see. I'm like, I can't wait anymore. We want to see what's going on. Comment down below how this reading connects for you. There's also going to be links, any songs that come up, decks, movies. And the movie for everyone for this is, if you have not seen the movie Chocolat with Johnny Depp and Julie Binoche, it's a very good movie, and it has magical themes and energy. She fights the patriarchy and staunch religion, and it's a spring. There's parts of springtime in that, and her celebrating the goddess. So check out that movie. It's from the 90s. It's very handsome Johnny Depp time. Yes. Okay, here we go. We have honey calcite. And I want to do the chocolate cards first. Okay, you have Sultana, Success, which is upside down. Those are like chocolate covered peanuts, right? We have Brownie, Self-Worth. We have Bar of Chocolate, Sadness. We have Peppermint Chocolate, New Beginnings. Positive Energy, Chocolate Mousse. And Coconut Rough Chocolate, Inner Self. Okay, Inner Self. I'm going to put that there because there's something on there and it's bothering me. Okay, and then we have the Child. Aren't these cards so cute? The Gentleman and the Stork. Let's see, I'm actually going to put these on the side because it'll be easier for me to hold the screen that way. Okay. And let's see, because we have these big cards. We have the Page of Angels, the Page of Swords, which is mysticism. We have the Four of Cups. Let's do it this way. The Ace of Pentacles, which is abundance. And then, yes, the Page of Swords. Okay. Here we go. All right, I just want to let you to be able to zoom in a little bit. So these are Lenormand too, by the way, the Child, the Gentleman, and the Stork. I try to remember to say that because I know some people just listen and aren't having the visual, and some of the cards are same in Tarot and Lenormand. So I just want to clarify. All right, so this card, or this box of chocolates, is helping you go towards your new beginnings. It's a celebration to go towards your new beginnings, and an encouragement box of chocolates that you can be successful. And you know what this reminds me of? When I had a bad breakup when I was in college, I went, it was probably so bad, but I was super active at the time, so it was okay in a way. I went, and it had been like Valentine's time, and I literally, like, as many times a week as I could, I would go and buy myself flowers and like boxes of chocolates, and people would be, of course, like the security guy, and people would have to like mansplain your actions to you, and so they were just like, oh, like you're conceited, you buy your own flowers, you buy your own chocolates, when they finally found out who was getting me all of these. And I was like, you know what? I am more devastated than I've ever been in my life if I want to every single day go and treat myself, and like somebody's, if no one else is going to do it, I'm going to do it. Like, I'm deserving to get these, and I'm going to do it for myself. And so some of you are really in that place where you're connecting with your own inner self and self-worth, and it's like you have to gift yourself the things that you want to get yourself through the sadness. Now, at the same time, though, we do have this Gentleman, Child, and Stork energy here. So some of you have some big themes going on around children. This is point blank. I know it's not everyone, so bear with me if it's not, but we'll get around to that. But first, I have to address this. So, you guys might have had big changes from when a child was welcomed into your family. I definitely see some people that could have had difficult pregnancies, some people that struggled with postpartum depression, and there's a lot of love here for this child, but you might have had a C-section or surgery. With this Ace of Swords here, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Your health is going to pick back up. New beginnings. It might be very difficult. Some of you, congratulations, you just had a child, but oh my goodness, those first months can be so tough. They're like the most blissful months and like the most like sleep deranged months ever. So I totally relate. But this can absolutely be news of a pregnancy. So even if you're not, you might get some really surprise news that somebody close to you or your family is pregnant, and you might end up buying them some pregnancy chocolate. Okay. Hello. Yes, you might also have the proposal from someone of having a child. They might really want to, like, you're like, what are you talking about? They might suddenly start talking about wanting to have a child. Now, with all of this energy, I would definitely encourage you that not to just have a child out of wanting to feel better about yourself, of course, but to let yourself get to the place where you feel good. Don't feel bad, even if this is your partner. If you're like, I really truly want to have a child, but right now is not right because I got to get me right. Some of you needed to hear that supportive message. And if you have been trying to conceive, but you're also struggling with, some sadness or depression, it's okay to wait until you feel better. And actually, it probably will be best, right, for your health and for the child to allow yourself to kind of get your own footing, and that's okay. But there are really good, really good messages and energy there for welcoming in a child. Now, we also have to talk about the inner child because we have child with inner self and self-worth. So some of you have been working for a long time to fight the feeling that you weren't good enough to have success, that it wouldn't develop and grow for you. Like, okay, yeah, I'm good with like that first burst of positive energy and new beginnings, but then after that things kind of like trickle out and they don't develop for me. It doesn't become full grown, right? My bank isn't full grown. My pockets aren't full grown. That's about to change because we're going to turn around this energy of success. So let's see the advice that it has on this card, because they have little advices. It says, it's a competitive world, so when you find yourself faced with stiff competition, you may need to breathe deep and believe in yourself more than you ever had to before. Hold your head up high and have faith in yourself. Trust that you will make the right decisions. Know that whatever way you go, you will be successful. Stay confident. Believe in yourself, self-worth, inner self. I am always successful in whatever I choose to do. I trust and believe in myself. All right? Because we have this sadness. And look at how sweet. Look at all that love she's trying to keep creating and releasing even as she's crying. Just so sweet. And I feel like you guys have been so tough on yourself. Maybe you didn't have any support and you were very alone while you're going through a lot of struggles. And it's been just very difficult. I feel like a lot of you have had a lot of money struggles, but I feel fresh money coming in. Because look at, there's like this green. Look at that minty. It's like fresh out the mint. Minty green. And you know what that reminds me of? If you connect, I think it's the Treasury, like here in the US, you can actually get shredded money that they shred out of circulation. So this is for, side note, for witches and those who manifest. If you do physical workings, you can actually, like, some like places will give them away. Some of the, like, depending on which state you're in, you can also write to like the national one in DC. And some of them will pay like $5. You'll get a bag of money and you can actually use, because that's a lot of energy, right? Think of the millions of people that, yes, money's pretty dirty too, but the millions of people that deal with money. So you can actually get that to do your physical manifestation workings. And I'm just willing to let you guys know that because I'm seeing shredded money. Some of you are cutting your credit cards and that is a good thing. I'm seeing that soon you will get into that place where you're successful enough to get rid of debt and cut off. Maybe you've had to do like a lot of those check cashing places, or you've needed to borrow from people that or really beat you up about it or very sharp about it, and so you'll be able to get out of that cycle. I'm seeing you truly getting out of that cycle. Some of you have had some difficulties and sadnesses with parenting, going back to that for a moment, or even with like a younger sibling or cousin or a niece or nephew or something. It could even be a friend who's younger. Sometimes we have a friend that's like 10 years younger than us or something, or maybe you're the younger friend and you've been having problems with that. I see things like that clearing up and getting easier for you. Some of you will decide to move on if it's been a very emotionally damaging relationship, but you'll feel okay. Like you'll get to that point that you feel better about it now and you're able to fully cut those cords. But some of you where it's like your own child, you've just been having some like misunderstandings and like so frustrations or sadnesses that come out of that. I think you're going to start getting more validation and support as a parent and kind of feeling like you're coming more into your own and your child as well. And it's going to get back positive, right? Because we have the coconut rough. And let's look at that because things can be a little rough, but we love coconut. Ooh, true friends who are candid and rugged, it actually says rugged, not rugged, can also be the most honest, even if they are a bit rough around the edges or a bit of a storyteller. Seek out a friend who best fits this description during periods of depression or emotional hurt. And I might be that friend for some of y'all. I'll tell you how it is on some of these readings, right? Well, I'll always tell you how it is, but some of the readings come out a little intense if you go and watch the channel. It is okay to feel down, and it is safe to let others know when you do. It is time to do some soul searching. Perhaps you could do some healing on a karmic or past life level. Listen to your inner voice. It will tell you what you need to do. I access my inner self safely, oh, I love that, and confidently in order to transform my being to a higher level. I love that. That's so important when you're doing your spiritual work, to feel safe. I see Reiki coming to some of you, physical healing, through energetic healing and healing of the mind, okay? That being very important. I see a very trustworthy person around you who's going to bring you good news, who's really going to help you with projects. Now, in this deck, there are different race cards for race in this. Lenormand traditionally doesn't have that, so it could be someone who is darker skinned or ethnic, or POC, and it could be someone who is masculine identifying. This is the Ace of Hearts card, so that's like the Ace of Cups. So literally this person has really good intentions that will be coming in. They could be very like childlike in some ways, but at the same time they have maturity and a social discipline to them. They might be very good at in social situations. It very much feels like Aquarians who have that sparkle to them. It's almost like sparkling water but air. Those kind of Aquarians where they're very social and they're able to be their free spirit selves. They can be very good in social dynamics. It could also be someone that has some Libra or Leo in their chart. We have the Queen of Cups as well, so it could be a Cancer. Okay, let's see. Yes, we do have cards of Cancer here, and of course it's a general reading. It could be any air or water sign that fits those descriptions. New beginning. I'm loving this new beginning. I keep seeing this, this is what I keep seeing actually with that's what I keep seeing clairvoyantly. So you guys are going to have some abundance. And whenever we see those trees, I always think of coming from different generations, and see the letter that's behind there, messages and letters. So listen, some of you have really strong clairaudience, and that is like, listen to that and trust it. Some of you, it's been a little bit, you're like, I don't know, that's a little scary. And it's true, you should have discernment, answering things in spirit, but I feel like a lot of that is ancestors coming in and like messages that you can trust that is going to lead you in the right way. So once you get into the cycle of that, you're going to like, things are going to pick up. So listen to that advice, because I see spring being very good for you. New beginnings, peppermint. So peppermint is also really good for manifesting abundance. Mint quickens things. If you're doing, candle work or something, or you're making a mojo bag for bringing in abundance, or bringing in some lightness and happiness, peppermint can be a pick-me-up energy. It can clear migraines. But mint, yes, any type of mint, spearmint, whatever mint that you have can really help to quicken whatever situation that you're talking about. I'm also seeing the throat chakra opening, so that's perfect, especially during Taurus season, to do some throat chakra work, and peppermint can help with that as well as opening up and releasing energy in your third eye. So some of you might, this is something that happens to me sometimes, especially for you water signs, but it could be for anyone. Sometimes we feel really sad, but it's actually psychic energy. So you might have a download and it puts a lot of pressure. It might even give you a bit of drainage in like from your third eye, your nose. And sometimes when our body feels a certain way, then we just feel like we must be sad. It just feels like a sad feeling. Some of you are just picking up a lot of sad energy from other people, and sometimes it's literally just like a lot of energy, and so it just is translating in a weird way. So this can help you clear up and kind of break up that energy so you can get more discernment, because this is mysticism. The Page of Angels, Page of Swords, that's leaning towards mysticism, right? And I love that we see this energy here, the solar plexus getting stronger, being able to communicate. We have butterfly energy there. So let's see, on the back of peppermint, a fresh new start is on the horizon. You can almost taste the potential. A time approaches when we will see the seeds planted in the past burst forth with new growth. The groundwork is done. You believe in yourself. Sit back and let the universe take care of things. You are ready to transform. Say goodbye to the things that once held you back. So some of you are seeking closure, and I think that closure is going to be yourself as you close the door and you say, you know, it is done, it is finished, it's that chapter's closed, the cords are cut. You are your own closer, and give yourself closure, okay? So relax and enjoy the fresh taste of success. Ooh, that's what taste you're trying to get. Taurus likes that taste too. Taurus season, the taste of success. Okay, look, um, promise for the next chapter of your life is the taste of success, and you literally have the success card. What? My life is fresh with the new and exciting opportunities presenting themselves to me all the time. I am ready to embrace it with two hands and welcome all the new beginnings. I just love like the little quirky phrasing and things they have in here, and it goes perfect with the inner self. And she talked about in this one, I'm saying she because the author is a woman, about self-worth and believing in yourself. So this says, are you having a hard time accepting just how important you really are? It is the full potential of your personal power, or is the full potential of your personal power buried deep beneath the weight of low self-esteem? Your ego feels wounded, so that's what you're healing, right? The solar plexus, that ego part of us that needs to be there. We need a healthy sense of ego. Old hurts rise to the surface at the slightest provocation. There may be a reduced sense of self-worth. Avoid being overly self-indulgent, as such a tendency is not always good for you. Accept your greatness. Be authentic and start standing in your power. Be patient as you learn to understand yourself better. I stand in my own power. I love myself. I believe in myself. So when it talked about the overindulgence, I think sometimes we get used to, it's reminding me of Virgos and Cancers that are like really into the sad, like being sad thing, the Eeyore thing, right? Some of you know that it's going to send you into that cycle to stay indoors, to keep your lights low, to watch sad movies, to listen to cry around music. But it's like, you know, maybe you feel like that's your role or your scene, it's your comfort zone. So it's like, stop indulging yourself in that. It's time to go out and do some work and let more people in the world see that amazing, you know, creative, get to it, you know, blossoming side of yourself, and not just a few select people. And I think what can happen is you put all that energy into like one or two or three people, and then but it's not meant for just them. And when it's too much, and you know, when things don't work out with them, and when they can't handle being your entire world and accept all of your cosmic energy onto themselves, then you feel very sad and rejected, and so you don't go out into the world. But some people's energy is meant to be big. Like, imagine if like somebody who has a huge energy field and is like a big celebrity, like to a certain extent they're meant to be seen, because if they try to put all that energy that they can captivate, like, you know, tens of thousands of people in a crowd, and all they did was stay home with their family, they would drive their family freaking crazy, like you know. So it is time to branch out and to find other interests besides the core group of people that you keep wanting to amass. And you will have relationships and children and stuff coming in, very loyal friends, but it's forward looking. It's when you're moving. And look at this inner child. We talked about reclaiming that inner butterfly, feeling butterflies in your stomach, getting excited about things again. And look at the inner child dancing in the butterflies, or the children. And so for those of you who've had issues with children, and this is usually the case, that could be why. It could be that, you know, frustration that they still have that, you know, lightness, that levity, that belief in life, that purity to them. And it's time to reclaim your own part of yourself like that. All right, and get healing. Some of you that have been having stomach issues, womb issues, any type of things in your core, that looks like it is going to transform and heal and go to the next level. I even see some people doing like surgery. Maybe you've had a lot of weight loss, but there's been some sadness because you need adjustments to your body, and I see you getting help with that and procedures to help you, you know, get everything in the right area. Maybe there's I don't know what it's called, but like, you know, sometimes there's like extra skin. So I see you guys getting things, the procedures and medical attention that you need, starting down that road to get into your best health. And so don't be afraid to go and, you know, find your health resources, if you have concerns about your emotional health, your physical body, your mental health, which are all, it's like mind, body, soul is all here. Okay, so let's see what it says. Any tips for the sadness? It's important not to attempt to hide your feelings pretending everything is okay. The outside shows a rough interior, right? Coconut rough. But inside it feels like things are falling apart. So this is talking about pampering yourself and to not let the worries of the world take positive energies away from you. So keeping that spark. You have to find your niche and know what you can do to help sometimes in order to stay in a positive space. And then you might still have some sadness. You see something on the news, that means you're not like a sociopath, that you actually care about things around you. But that positive energy can't truly be taken, okay? And I do see some Geminis in here, and I think it can be very hard for Geminis when things aren't like nice and positive and uplifting. It can really like easily, it's almost like a little tiny butterfly, and a gust of wind comes and it's just like and like knocks Gemini off course. So it's like, no, you can still be positive. I definitely see don't compartmentalize emotions and feelings anymore, as it's saying here, because look at sadness. Like if you try to eat this whole bar, you can make yourself sick, right? You do have to take life bit by bit, but you don't want each tiny part to be like a completely different aspect of your personality or feeling or experience. It's time to kind of start being a whole person all at once. And, slowly you'll start integrating the different aspects of yourself. I feel like right now it's either super happy or I'm super depressed, right? I'm super communicative or I don't talk at all. And it's like this big, huge, it's not feeling healthy and good. So I feel like you guys will start, sharing with the right people, because these chocolates are good to share, and taking your time to find your niche. So the positive energy card with this yummy chocolate mousse says, a time to move forward. Your confidence will grow as things start to improve for you and negative energies are left behind. Nothing can hold you back when you feel lighthearted and full of positive energy. Keep moving forward and seeing the light ahead. See life for what it is. Shed the old and embrace the new with a passion and confidence that will keep you centered and grounded. I am light. I mold into the world around me, and I gel with everything that is good for me. I stay grounded in it all. All right? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Accept your greatness, be authentic, and stand in your power. I think I read that one already. Okay, so this is the message for you guys. I also see some good news coming in. It could literally be an email. It could be an acceptance letter I'm hearing. It could be a some kind of confirmation post that comes through with the stork and the page of swords. So don't be too afraid to go and check your mail. I know sometimes as adults we do not want to check our mail. Check your messages. There's some good news coming through. You have allies and things are getting better moving into the future. And I'm seeing this again. So I hope that helps you. I hope this is uplifting and supportive to you. You are amazing. You will be successful. Trust yourself and keep moving forward on your path, okay? Drop down below how you're feeling, what you think. Subscribe, and comment. Oh my gosh, I need a unified word for all those things. And I will talk to you soon. Thank you, number one. The honey calcites. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Oh, it's hard to get these little cards, actually. Okay. For those of you that chose number 2 with the yummy Aragonite, yay, welcome, welcome. Let's see how your reading goes. Number 1 went really long. I wasn't expecting that. So let's see what we have for you. I'm going to put the chocolate cards out first. We have milk chocolate, child at heart, so some more inner child energy. We have the inner child, actually, macaroons, and that was reversed. We have melted chocolate. Ooh, yummy. Goodness. I'm sorry if you're getting hungry, but sorry, not sorry. Go treat yourself. Toffee, scented chocolate, change. Bitter chocolate, worry. Fruit and nut chocolate, flexibility. Let's see what we got from Lenormand. We have the bear. We have the house. We have the ring. Isn't this deck so beautiful? This is Under the Roses Lenormand. All decks will be linked below. We have from Tarot, the Devil Reverse, which in this card is, in this deck is called the Shadow or Fear. We have the Three of Angels, which is the Three of Swords, Clarification. I love that it's called Clarification. And we have the Hierophant, aka the teacher in this deck, Clarity. Oh, Clarification and Clarity. Holla. Okay, so let's get into this. Now, a lot of you, I'm going to say right away, I see you moving back in with your family. So if that's already happened or you know it's on the works, if that's like completely out of the way for some of you, it might come about, might not. Lenormand can be very specific though and legit. It's totally a really cool form of divination. So sorry, I'm getting notifications. I'm glad that you liked my video, Otherworlds. Thank you. Thank you for commenting. We have the bear, the house, and the ring. So this right here can be a strong maternal figure around you who's very protective. This could be you having, some of you are going to be moving your grandmother, mother-in-law, grandmother-in-law, mother into your home and taking care of them. Some of you are currently moved back in with your family. Don't take this too hard. Some of you are taking that a little bit hard. Your inner child is being kind of worked up. Now, some of you, maybe this is just like a vacation, a long-term stay, and it's not permanent, but I am seeing for a lot of people who choose this, living with family is a huge dynamic right now. And we have child at heart. Sometimes that can send us back, especially if we have been out of that situation. Some of you are already married and this is coming about, and it might be difficult to deal with. I am seeing though that you will be moving forward and getting the residence that you need. So for those of you who have been in that situation, you've been staying with family, you've been trying to move forward, you've been wanting to save to get your own house. I am literally seeing a contract for a house, and it's a big house, okay? I am seeing being able to do real estate. I'm seeing commitment in a very good way. So yes, don't worry. Keep going forward. We have change. Be flexible. I'm saying don't worry, and you have the worry card here. Don't let that bitterness and worry come. And the reason that comes in sometimes is because that inner child is feeling unstable and insecure a bit. So let's see what that one says, because we have the fear, right? The fear and the heartbreak, that separation. So even when people are bringing you close, you might not be believing it, and you might feel like, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing even when nurturing people are very close and wanting to help you, you might be waiting for that other shoe to drop and not really believing it. Or maybe there's been, bad situations before with the family, because we have the Three of Swords by the Hierophant, which can show like our family DNA, like that system we were born into. So some of you had a lot of tough times with that, with the Devil card here, and you're trying to release from that. And but with the Clarity card, sometimes what happens when we're releasing an energy is we will be put back into the situation where we have to be around those people again. And sometimes the way of clearing karma that I've noticed and had to learn the hard way is that sometimes the universe will make us in need and make us have to go to those people to give them that chance to rectify the situation. And usually this is when our own spirits low-key are wanting to give them a second chance, right? And so we end up back in this situation where we are dependent to go and stay with family for a while. And it's because part of yourself still needs confirmation that you've done what you can to give them a chance to be nurturing, and part of you is still seeking nurturing from them. This card reflects a serious grown-up exterior that hides a big kid at heart. Take time to ponder and reflect and see how you could do more to honor your inner child. You have forgotten what it's like to be young and carefree, so relive some happy childhood memories and have fun. I adore and love my inner child, and I listen when it needs some fun. All right, so we're going to upright that, and let's read the milk chocolate, child at heart. Embrace the big kid in your heart, awaken the inner child, and go with the flow, and others will warm to your easygoing nature. Nostalgia and memories will be at the forefront of your thoughts, and you may find yourself becoming easily bored with your present life. It is important to say whatever is on your mind with the innocence and honesty of a child. Stay grounded and steadfast, okay? So, yes, children are very pure that way. Some of you might have chosen number 1 because we have some child themes in that one as well. So yes, it is about going with the flow, going with your changes, having flexibility, but still staying in your truth. And that can only happen if you kind of get a hold of those early life triggers that are being very sensitive. Some of you, Chiron is going wild in your chart right now. Chiron is the wounded healer, can show things in our early childhood that happened that affected us that we are always trying to heal. We are continuously trying to heal and learn the wisdom. And you guys are to the point that you can start being a teacher of those things. You can start learning the themes of your Chiron and helping others where you've had heartbreak. And that is, the way we get close to healing that wound ourselves. So the devil reverse, letting go. I do see you guys doing really well. If you've been wondering, as far as cutting off negative energies, if you've had some energies that, especially if they're passed down, and you're like, oh man, there's been this kind of like family curse kind of energy or this cycle or this pattern, you are doing it. You are breaking that cycle because we have the devil reversing. So out of here with the Three of Swords, cutting it off, and you becoming kind of the head of the household energy, spiritually. So you're doing a very good job. If you've been wondering if you just did a cut and clear anytime recently, you've been cleansing your energy, starting new patterns, you are opening up that gooey center and going into change. So don't worry. Bitterness and worry says this card symbolizes anxiety and fear. You may be feeling that your life could be somehow bigger or better than it is in truth, but in truth, it is important to remember that it's the ordinary things that bring the most comfort. Take a deeper look at what is worrying you and stop blaming others or situations for how you feel. Focus on your breathing to achieve a sense of calm. Surrender, forgive, accept, and relax. And so, yes, I think some of you are going. I'm feeling Capricorn moons. Like, we have Capricorn here. We have Gemini as well, Taurus. And trying to hide from yourself a little bit, how much you need nurturing, how much you do need that family dynamic around you, how much you do want a localized sense of home and security, how much you might want to have commitment with a partner, and move into a place together, right? I am seeing commitment here and success and moving things to the next level. And it's okay to want that. It's okay to want these kind of basic things and, change up plans, and that could be what's hard for you guys, because you might be feeling a little bit inflexible because you have your plan, and having to actually have the reality of having a partner or family members around you who shake up that plan might be very frustrating. And again, because if you go to a place of feeling not secure for your inner child, but it's like, no, you're on a different place now. You are an adult. You are more safe. You can make decisions for yourself. So you don't have to feel as insecure and unsafe as you did when you were younger and you had no say. Some of you went through childhood divorce, or things with your being isolated for some reason, maybe for religious reasons, and just very strange dynamics like that you might be afraid of, or very particular about how you handle your relationship dynamics and what goes on in your home, which can be good if it's operating out of this loving, excited place and healing your inner child, and not out of maintaining those triggers. Peace. This card, the melted chocolate, represents peacemaker and crowd pleaser. While you can see the good in people, being practical of mind and down to earth will evoke a sense of integrity, inspiring others to seek your advice. While it is important for there to be, while it is important to be there for everyone, it is equally as important to put time aside for yourself. Putting yourself first will make you a better friend, lover, parent, or colleague. All right, and a lot of these cards are talking about going with the flow. So you will have others seeking your wisdom. Again, I do feel some people who are like taking your elders are becoming, you're at that phase of life where your elders are becoming your dependents. Like, you are now taking care of your mom, you are now taking care of your grandparents, and some of you are struggling with that because you don't have things healed from early childhood. Some of you are stepping into higher mantles of being a spiritual leader or a healer, and in doing that, things will shift with people. So you might want to hold things against people, but now you're seeing it from a spiritual point of view, and you're like, shit, I gotta let that go. Like, man, I need to let that go. And so, again, I never tell someone, oh, you need to forgive this, because some people have been through some horrible stuff. Relate, I understand. That's your journey. However, I do think it's, when we look at things from a spiritual point of view, even astrology, looking at someone's astrology can let us know, oh, it wasn't personal, or, oh, this was literally like how the best that they can do or how they do things. It can help clear things up. And so I feel like when those revelations come to you spiritually, it's not saying let those people continue those patterns. It's not saying you have to go back and try to make up for all that lost time. It's just saying, okay, now you can release that burden and understand that that's where their soul was, and that's the thing they did, and you can decide from here on out now with who they are now, can you reconnect? Can you accept the nurturing that they are trying to do? Can you be flexible in that way? All right. This is the perfect marriage of sultanas and nuts. The chocolate represented by this card, the fruit and nut chocolate, foresees a situation that will ask you to demonstrate extreme flexibility. On one hand, things will pan out sweetly, while on the other, the path ahead may appear difficult and prove harder to swallow. Keep an open mind and be patient when it comes to a situation that can cause angst. Look at things from another's perspective, and things will appear balanced even if you don't get your own way. I am always open and receptive to new ideas and the opinions of others. So I do. This is a lot about family healing. It's a lot. Some of you are also going to be going back and finding truths within the religion that you were raised. Not saying you're going to convert, but you might finally heal that wound and be like, okay, like I get it. Like I can relate to Mary Magdalene on a spiritual level and free her from the confines of the religion, the religious structures that I, and was told she was in, or whatever, just for example. But some of you will be able to reclaim certain things. You might recommit to things that you never thought that you would, and that might freak you out. It's okay. It's okay to be flexible. It's okay to go with the flow in your life and change as circumstances and people change. But I love this energy of the family home here. I think you have a really good heart in that you want your family to be secure. You want a way to, make it better for future generations. Man, I'm really stuttering a lot in this reading, and I don't know if some of you, feel that way. We have the air card here. This could be the throat chakra shutdown. I'm talking a lot about throat chakra today. We're in Taurus season, which rules the throat. But you might really I'm like feeling nervous. I'm feeling like this stuttering and this nervousness and a little bit of like slight panic in the heart chakra. So some of you, it might be very hard to talk about these things or to, go back to the family home, your hometown. You might feel like, man, I've had some setbacks and I didn't, plan on this. I always say my favorite movie or my favorite book, which is a movie as well, is Their Eyes Were Watching God. So you guys I'll link that down below again. I've showed it in one of my other videos, but that might be a good one for you to watch about claiming your own power and learning to keep your own dynamics even within family situations and small town kind of scenarios. But yes, congratulations on those of you who are securing your first home, those of you who are on your path. Some of you just needed to know that it is here. The energy and vibration is way closer than you think, and Lenormand is very intense. You do have good matrons here, and if you are taking over being the head of your household, the mother figure of your family and household, just know that you can do the job. All right, you can do the job. You'll do the soul searching it takes. You'll be able to get rid of the negative patterns that it takes to make the best for your family. Yes, it's positive change. Did we look at this one? It's the perfect time for travel of any kind, be it an inner journey to a deeper level of understanding of yourself, or a physical trip. Even a day off work, a short break from normality, or a simple change of scenery will do good. Things are improving. Opportunity is awakening. Think about where you want to be. Ponder where you are right now. Pay attention to your dreams. They will show you the things that you have missed during your waking hours. I am open to change, travel, and new adventures. I trust in my dreams and the guidance I receive. So, yes, a lot of you are journeying back to that family home. You are ready now to leave that family home. Trust your journey. Some of you, again, have a divorce. Maybe you end up on a family member's couch and you're like, what? This is my life. What's going on? Well, what's going on is you are going to have the opportunity to either receive some nurturance or heal some things you need, and then move forward with the flow of your life in goodness with that inner child to the goals that you have. All right, getting those goals next level. Some of you might be getting engagement or buying a home together. All right, so, and you might have some fears about that, and I'm seeing loyalty, protection, and togetherness. All right, so I wish you all the best. Let me know down below how this resonated. I hope you liked your box of chocolates and that it helped you out, and I will talk to you soon. Yay, number 2s. Oop, okay. Let's see. For those of you who chose number 3, the Magenta Agate, welcome, welcome to your reading. I am so excited for these readings. Let's see what you got. We have hazelnut chocolate, sophistication. Okay, I see you, sophistication. Dark chocolate, shadow self. Oh, sophisticated but complex. We have balance. See, you're balanced. That's your balance, boo. Pudding. Chocolate pudding, balance. What does this remind me of? Lizzo, her song Juice, where she says, I'm the pudding and the proof, gotta blame it on the juice. Ain't my fault. Mother's Day, chocolate. It is coming up Mother's Day, actually, so some of you might be having your first Mother's Day, or this could be a significant Mother's Day for you for some reason. Goddess energy, chocolate icing, inspiration, and salted caramel chocolate. That's my jam, y'all. Flow. Let's see what we have from Lenormand. We have the Tower, or in this deck, the Clock Tower. It is not the same as Tarot's Tower. It's actually more fortuitous. And there we go. We have the Clover. And we have the Anchor. All right. And let's see for Tarot. We have the Eight of Angels, which is the Eight of Swords, confusion. Decks will be linked below. We have the Ace of Hearts, love. And we have the Six of Pentacles, receiving. Oh, I love that. Okay, so overall, we have some good energy. You guys have some good juju. The Tower with the Clover and the Anchor right here is literally having good karma. It's having like good energy that's coming into you. If you are doing this reading, you needed a pick-me-up. You are waiting on funding. You are waiting on aid. You are needing support and help at this time, you are going to get it. We have the Ace of Cups and the Six of Pentacles coming out of that fearful situation with the Eight of Swords. And we have this protection. Business is going to pick up. You guys have some locked in good energy for your businesses. It's like literally like good karma you guys have that's coming in. You've cashed in from that cosmic good karma bank. It's going to start showing up in ways of security as help and aid coming in. It could be finances. It could be certain items that you need. It could be bartering. Maybe you've needed a form of transportation and somehow that comes through for you. Things of that nature. How funny, a Lenormand card reading just popped up on my notification. Notifications are wild today, y'all. Everyone's working, okay? There'll be some good readings out there. So yes, now what I love about this is you still have sophistication. So some of you have been worried about reaching out for help that you need of any sort because you're like, man, I gotta maintain my reputation. You're feeling embarrassed, you're feeling locked in, and you don't want anyone to love you less or judge you. And what you really don't want, a lot of you, is because of the sometimes toxic dynamic of the spiritual community, you might be afraid that people are going to judge you and say, oh, you're doing bad, you need help because you have bad karma. I'm here to tell you, no, you're not having bad karma right now, okay? Now, you do have some aspects of the shadow self to work out, but shadow self does not mean bad karma. Shadow self is just aspects of ourself that we haven't learned to appreciate yet, so they might create some negative habits or reactions moving forward. But once we learn to embrace that, right, goddess energy, goddess status, then it becomes something inspiring that we can work with, and it balances us out, okay? And I see you getting balanced. For those of you who are working on your health, well done. You are going to amaze yourself with your success. Don't focus on the scales, but things are going to even out. Actually, this is kind of like, remember as you're losing weight, you're putting on muscle kind of thing. You are doing good. I feel like that from your guides. Somebody needs to hear that you are doing an excellent job working out and doing what you need to do. And yes, you're getting that from a chocolate reading. Okay? Maybe you're just eating the hazelnuts, okay? Yes, this is such beautiful energy. It's like discovering, something like discovering a $20 bill. Like, I feel like that you guys are going to have that energy of luck where you're like, wow, like, this coupon wasn't supposed to work anymore, but they just give me 75% off, or like just good things coming through for you. Like, man, there happened to be this big sale right when I needed to book my trip. Now my bestie can come too because it was so cheap, or, there's just going to be things like that. I just feel like this big smiling universal energy on you, goddess energy. Some of you need to shout out to your matrons. And give them a woo-to-woo because they are looking out for you. You definitely are being protected, and encouraged, and literally I'm seeing blockages being moved out of the way from you. The only thing you are tied to is like success and good luck and happiness. You're very much looked after, even if there's a time clock on things. So I feel like somebody is worried about bills. You might be worried about getting certain financing that you need, and it's like, no, keep doing it in a good way. Open up your heart to yourself, let people know what's going on. Some of you are so put together, you're even embarrassed to ask for like help with your business. Maybe you have a really good business idea, but you're too a little prideful, a little bit too embarrassed to ask for like crowdfunding or to do a Patreon or something of that sort. And this is saying, no, go ahead and do that. Don't let that little fear of the shadow self make you worry. You'll still be sophisticated and put together, but even big like millionaires and billionaires sometimes have to go and work with other people, and they have to put their ideas up to the board, and risk I'm remembering something behind the scenes I had seen with Beyonce, and I remember her having to show her album to these people, who might not get where she's coming from. And when she left, she got the approval. She was like, yes, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. And that's how you guys are feeling. You're sensitive about your shit right now, boo, and that's okay. That's okay to feel that internally. That's absolutely okay. You are human. All right. Yes, you are. You are human. All right. Or you're in a human body, wherever your spirit's coming from. And it's okay. I'm really feeling Capricorn on this, right? You're polished, you're put together, you're real smooth. And it's okay to have those, have a little bit of, doubt sometimes or insecurities, as long as we are letting that flow out of us and not staying in a locked in place of confusion, right? Because that's what it said, confusion, because that's not smooth, right? Confusion ain't smooth. So let yourself receive. And this is the image they want to give you. See this strong, glorious, sensual tree, that tree being supported by the goddess, or the goddess is the tree, the goddess is you, drinking that water, right? That mini wachoni. We need water as life. We need that. So think about if a tree was too prideful to drink some water. Doesn't that sound like the silliest thing? And they're like, that it's just as natural that you need help, and yes, this realm has, caused fear and try to beat that out, make you think that your needs and the need for support is some horrible part of yourself you have to lock up and it's negative. That's not the case, right? That ain't it. So this is saying it is just as natural. So maybe you need to say that to yourself. It is just as natural for me to get the help and aid and opportunities I need to thrive and succeed as it is natural for a tree to take a drink of water. Okay? Yes. Look, we're going to say it, you're protected and respected, all right? I do feel like that. I feel like even with the things you're struggling with, you have so much love and support that I feel from you, from the universe, from the earth. It says it is time to embrace your shadow self. Illuminate the darker side of your nature by allowing some light to flow in. It is time to free yourself from past bitterness, hurt, and resentment. You can make sense of the chaos, surrender pain, heal. Question your belief systems. What is holding you back? Why are you here? Why did you create your current situation? It is now time to be more personally accountable. I hold only positive thoughts. My actions are of pure intent. All right? Yes, only you can hold you back now, because you can take on. You're getting support. You can take on whatever systems or doubts or anything that's coming your way. And that's why they say flow, because sometimes you may have to flow a little sideways to get around some red tape, to get around some of this real world realm kind of stuff. But you can do it. Are you resisting the flow? And I feel like that's your flow. Are you resisting your own flow? Like I said, you might got the juice. If you got the juice, you got to put it out there, right? You can't hide a candle. Right? You can't, if I try to hide that candle under this card, what's going to happen? You can't hide a candle and stay lit, all right? Are you trying to be strong? Okay. Are you being overly hard on yourself or others? The key is to avoid trying to control the situation. Find the strength you desire and trust faith and being more flexible. I find my trust in the process of life. I am fluid, mindful, and accepting of situations and circumstances that come my way, and I understand the bigger meaning of life. So yes, we do have to have that realistic part of ourselves. Even when we do manifestation and magic, you're absolutely right. We do have to realize what is really going on in the world in our situation, but we don't have to stay there. So what you want to do is be able to switch it up, balance. You want to be able to check in, okay, This is what's going on in the real world. Boom, here's how I'm going to handle it. Here's how I'm going to flip that. Here's my vision, and allow yourself to transform on that level. Let's get some inspiration. This card comes as a good omen. What did I tell you? Look it. I'm going to let you see it, right? For the realists out there, can you see it? Come on, help me out. This card comes as a good omen. You feel confident in knowing that your spiritual, emotional, physical, and financial needs are being met. I'm like, yeah, applause. I can only do one hand. That's what the baby and I do. Applause. Nurture your confident nature and consider the more specific changes in your life that you would like to see. Start writing a list. Vision the changes already taken place, right? This is a great time of manifestation, so start thinking big. My needs are always met. I am one with the Creator, and therefore I create my own life. Y'all, look, throw it down. Throw it down. What does this say right here? I am one with the Creator. What do you have right here? Goddess energy. Birthing yourself, okay? What do you have right here? What does this say? Therefore, I create my own luck. Boom. What is that? That's your luck. Oh my gosh, I'm so hyped right now. I'm like a hype man of this reading. I am so excited for you guys. Let's see. Your maternal instinct is in overdrive at the moment. A time to step into the feminine side. We're talking energies, not gender. And your mother goddess energy, yep, and birth a dream or new venture into the world. Be still, vision, create, nurture, manifest. A time to be kind to yourself and others and allow your nurturing side to develop. Sometimes we are so busy looking after and helping others that we forget to look after ourselves. I am divine feminine beauty and I embrace my inner goddess, and we can all do that. We can all embrace the energies of the entire energetic spectrum, okay? We have that Ace of Cups, which is love. And what did that say? You are being blessed in every avenue. So let go of these fears, the control that, you know, some of you, I'm really getting this feeling of like somebody who's like, well, if I want to go to Yale and if I want to be hedge fund, if I want to be successful, like I have to be in this mode. And I'm seeing someone who maybe the timing didn't work out, right? The clock tower of when you wanted to achieve certain things. You could have heavy Saturn in your chart that kind of slow things down and set things back, and so you've been being hard on yourself. And it's like, no, it's perfect timing for you, baby. You don't have to do it at the same time everybody else had to do things. You don't have to go to college when they went to college. You don't have to have your business pop off when theirs did. You're going to get there. You're going to be successful. Some of you need to go and look up those lists that are like, Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Michael Jordan, what? Like, you know, some people who were only 27. Van Gogh didn't start painting like he did until he was 27. He was trying to be like a really strict religious like pastor and do the right thing and stuff and be all in church, right? So imagine if Michael Jordan put down the basketball. Imagine if Van Gogh didn't pick up the paintbrushes, right? History would be changed in so many different ways, right? Where would we be? But we are, you know, it's important. What you came here to do is important, you know? And so it's have that balance of giving and receiving. You need some nurturance and love. You are deserving of nurturance and love. Did we read your balance card? Now is the time to find balance in many areas of your life, work, finances, and relationships in particular. Certain people and situations need your attention. Ooh, y'all, it says alchemy is at work. Some of you are doing that spiritual alchemy. Yes, okay? You may find yourself juggling many different aspects of life at this time, balancing, mixing, matching this with that until things fall into place and feel right. You may need to try several approaches before you settle on what feels right for you. Balance your inner self with your outer and you will reach your goals quicker, but work will be required to make this happen. I live my life in balance. All my expectations are met with ease. So you guys got it. You got it, all right? I'm so hyped for you. I'm so happy for you. I hope this was good medicine for your heart and the inspiration you needed to go and take your sophisticated self out there and be successful. And I think that a lot of you, you know, have plans. I'm seeing you. You're going to be a generous person. You're going to do things the right way. So stay on that path. The marathon continues. Thank you for those of you giving out to the community. And thank you for those of you loving on yourself and realizing you have to take care of yourself first so you can put that love out there. I appreciate you. Comment down below if this reading resonated with you, and I will talk to you soon. Yes, I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Spirit high fives, the spirit crew. That's the readings I like to see. Slap spirit on the butt. Speaking of basketball. Okay, for those of you who chose number 4, we have the cowrie shell. Woo, that last reading, y'all, was amazing. Okay. we have, let's see what you got. We got chocolate frog, play. Yes, we are in a playful mood. We have chocolate orange, exotic. We have peanut butter chocolate, security. You got all different kind of flavors going. We have pineapple ice cream holiday. So yes, this exotic makes sense because you guys have like flavors all over. Chocolate buttons, transformation. Bon voyage. Look, you guys are gonna travel. Bon voyage chocolate. So when you're sending someone away and you buy them chocolates. We have the tree from Lenormand. I'm doing the Lenormands right now. We have the garden. Okay, let's do this. And we have the dog. Okay, yes, yes. Ace of Wands from Tarot. The High Priestess from Tarot. I don't know what I'm doing over here, y'all. And we have, what's the last one? The Two of Angels, which is the Two of Swords, balance. Okay, and I love that it's the Ace of Stars is what the Ace of Wands is. Holla. Okay. You're a Sarah. Oh, someone's shaking their head at me, but it's with love, okay? Okay, so you guys, what? World traveler, jet setter, hopefully eco-friendly jet setter. No, we have exotic travels coming up, going to places you haven't been. We have holiday, like play. You guys being secure enough that you can go out and play. So it's going to come about for you. Whatever has been going on that you haven't been able to go excuse me, on vacation or these business trips or retreats that you need. I'm seeing some healing retreats going on. I'm seeing going and meeting friends, loyal friends that you have. You've planned to go somewhere. Look, there's a little island there. Hey, hashtag relate. We have the Ace of Wands as well. It's a go. It's a go. Manifest that. Call it in. Some of you have been doing that work and you've known that you want to go on the road. You want to travel. And you've been patient, right? Or, patiently impatient as things have been on hold. And some of you have needed paperwork. You've needed visas. I see that coming through. Some of you have just needed monies, all right? And this is letting you know you are going to have the security that you need to go and travel. Some of you have been in a place you could have traveled if you wanted. You just weren't personally secure with yourself. I'm seeing some of you are starting to let down barriers that you've had and false ways of thinking that you've had about other cultures and peoples, and that is great. It's what we need in this world. And I see that you are going to be able to present yourself as a loyal friend and partner to people of different religions and races and nationalities and all of that kind of thing. And it's going to be so edifying to everybody to be able to have real honest love and meet each other all in the same place. So this is some beautiful social events. There's a lot of healing mixed in with your social crowd, which is great. So you might have a lot of friends who are healers. You might meet people going on spiritual retreats. Some of you are definitely having your Eat, Pray, Love moment. I'll link that book and movie down below, where you are going to free yourself from what's been going on and take the security that you have on the road, go and travel and have a beautiful transformation. We have frog energy here and we have transformation. So frog is extremely magical. It can relate to the purity of a child, but frog, they go from being in water as tadpoles to being able to come on land and having legs and hopping, leaping into the future. So they are very strong shamanic medicine, as well as many of them can actually be hallucinogenic if you lick them or poisonous. So frogs show immense transformation, and so now you have heights that you didn't even know existed, places that you didn't even want to go before are suddenly aligning with you. People who never would have been drawn to you are now opening up to you and drawn into your inner circle, and this is beautiful. And a lot of you, this has all come from your time of rest. You've done this by literally just by working on yourself spiritually and changing things up of who you were on the inside. And so now you're about to get the green light on the outside to go and explore all of these things. I highly suggest that you plan a trip with friends. That looks amazing. I'm seeing loyal friends. You might have been out of touch with them for a while, because here we have the High Priestess taking a time out with his Two of Wands. Don't take it personal. Feel free to reach out and rekindle that match with them. We have a star energy, so I'm seeing Pisces, Libra, and fire signs is what's very strong here. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So rekindle that with them. There can also be Cancer energy and some Virgos. Rekindle with them and allow yourself to go out and have these adventures. Now, some of you are going to go out and do this alone. Gasp, the Libras gasp. People with 9th house in Libra gasp. But yes, I see that. And you're going to meet some wonderful people on the way. So go ahead, absolutely. If you've been thinking that you need a retreat, if you've been wanting to go to travel somewhere to heal, to do spiritual work, this is amazing. Look at this sweet dog bringing a yellow rose of friendship, just loyal, 10 of hearts, which is 10 of cups energy. Loyal, successful. Some of you have been afraid in your social situations lately, and it has been a good look, but I see that turning around. Some of you had time out because of health concerns, and so you couldn't go on the road. You couldn't go out and do what you wanted. Some of you are even creative people, and you've wanted the chance to hit the road in a creative way. Some of you, I see it more as, like, I'm seeing like mini destination holidays. Like some of you just want to go and have holidays in different places. Some of you want to go and play hard. You know, maybe you do some adventure sports, or you do creative things. You want to check out the music scenes, or as I said, you might be in the healing arts or want to do like mystic road tripping, as I've called it. It's coming about. It's coming about. And I feel like there's going to be enough room for everybody to get what they want in the mix. Okay. I'm seeing third eye really popping off my ring, just really caught on glow there. And we have it matching these colors here. So those of you who are indigo children, crystal children, you know, spiritual realm children, and you've been living in that space, it is okay to go out and enjoy this realm while you're down here in your physical body and allow yourself to have adventure and success. Look at that. Whoosh. I'm seeing a lot of fire and water. Fire and water, you guys, if you're like a friend or partner duo, I'm seeing parents with children getting out to be able to travel. Some of you are single parents and you were really wondering if you would be able to provide this. Some of you are aunties with, you know, nieces, nephews, etc. Yes, you could be uncles, you know, whatever. You can have younger ones that are dependent on you that you want to take out, is what I mean. I'm sorry, I just don't know any gender neutral for like niece, nephew, uncle, aunt, and so now I that's, let me know if you know that the terms for that, because I don't, and I would like to know that. So everybody who has any younger dependents that you are, you know, love and want to provide and open up the world to, I see that being amazing and exciting. Some of you like homeschool your kids. You're a little bit more solitary and withdrawn for the world, in a good way, like spiritual reasons and to help their developing mind. It's time to branch out and connect with others and to know that you are secure enough. So let's dip into some of the messages on your chocolates. A positive omen for material wishes yet to be granted. Security in all its forms is in place. You are safe. You are safe. You are safe. Potential is ripe. Everything is set for things to go exceedingly well at this time. You have a lot to be thankful for. This card heralds the perfect time to start a gratitude journal and showing thanks for all you receive. Make the best of this time as you find yourself sharing the glory of your successes. Don't forget, what you give out comes back to you. Abundance comes easily and naturally for me. All right, so we have play. Allow your playful side to come forward and shine. An uplifting and encouraging card to pull. The message here is to keep a lookout for someone special coming your way. A kiss could unexpectedly reveal a prince, princess, person charming. Find quality time to play and have some fun. You may be taking life and yourself too seriously at this time, so relax and loosen up a little. I allow my inner child to shine, and I do not take myself too seriously. So 3 different readings had inner children needing to come out, or children. Actually, all 4 readings had children come up and inner children, I think. Exotic. Variety is the spice of life. If you're someone who gets easily bored, change directions and tap into the more eclectic and exotic taste the world has to offer in order to find new ways to inspire yourself. With respect to the people and cultures that came from, please, thank you. Perhaps it's even time to give something new a try, even if it feels strange or a bit out of reach. Ooh, what you getting into romantically, boo? Maybe it's time for an adventure or a change of some sort. Move your furniture around, right? This is Taurus season. You got to start. We have Uranus and Taurus, though, so we might start shaking things up in very practical ways. Move your furniture around. Buy a new car. Join a new circle of friends. Hello. What? It says plan take an unplanned trip overseas. Avoid stagnation. Spontaneity is key. I am open to trying new things in life. I embrace new experiences. I create exciting adventures in my life. I create exciting adventures in my life. What creation? What are you doing? Creating exciting adventures in your life. Some of you, I'm getting, just need to go and try some Thai food. Like, branch out, start breaking out of your box. Holiday, pineapple cream. Pineapple is an amazing symbol of abundance, all right? It could be, again, the island feel. Some of you are going to the islands. This card heralds holidays, fun times, contentment, happiness, and living life in the moment. Universal flow is on your side at this time, and the sun promises to shine upon you. It is time to go with the flow, loosen up, and have some fun. Go on a holiday where the sun promises to shine. Relax and let all your worries and concerns go. I go with the flow. I trust in my guidance with faith and gratitude. You guys have those psychic powers. You are the high priestess. Trust yourself. You can conjure. Do you want to know a true story? Jupiter was in my Jupiter return year. I was homeless in a shelter at the beginning of the year. I've gone through a lot of that throughout my childhood and youth. And by the end of the year, I was like manifesting with everything in me, all my Pisces energy, and really focusing on myself, to get successful as much as I could. It's hard for me not to try to be successful to save others, but I really focused that just healing myself. And by the end of the year, I was like, full-time school, full-time work. I got a job, all of this, got my own place in Santa Monica, 20 blocks from the beach, got my own bungalow. And by the end of the year, I went by myself and took myself to Peru because I was like, coming from where I come from, I need to know I can do it. I need to touch something, further out in this world. And I still have friends from that to this day. It was an amazing experience, and you can go from the bottom to the top as much as you can believe in yourself. You can surmount anything, and sometimes it's tough, and sometimes we keep putting things on the burner because we're taking care of others. The last 4 years of my life have been thus, but this is saying it is time, it is good, it is okay. Go out and do your adventures now. Go out, let the rest go. It's not to leave, not saying leave people hanging, but allow yourself to free up. Trust that others are taken care of, and that it is your time to go and have fun and to play and have your adventures, okay? And some of you need to go and know that you can touch those stars, all right? You might literally want to go touch the stars somewhere, go on a star journey, go to a observatory, go to the Hollywood Walk of Fame or something. Okay, bon voyage, travel. We have a time to say goodbye to a person, place, or thing that no longer serves you. A time to let go of old baggage, negative patterns, or outworn beliefs. Move forward knowing that the past is left behind. A holiday is on the horizon. Bring me that horizon. Pack your bags. It's time for a vacation. Whether it be an actual holiday or an action decision to move forward, now is the perfect time to embrace new horizons. Prepare for something new. Prepare. This says prepare. Pack your bag. Pack a bag. Manifest. Pack a bag. Find out the travel sector of your feng shui. When you walk in your door, it's the ninth, like if you cube your house off, three by three rows by three, like tic-tac-toe. It is the sector that is to the right hand corner from your door when you walk in. That's your travel sector. Oranges, see all this orange? Yellows really help activate that sector of your house. Pack a bag, put it in that sector of your house. Make sure there's nothing to weigh down that sector of your house. Spend more time in that sector of your house. It says, I move forward in life with grace, ease, and total trust. Transformation. Let's see your message. A time of transformation. Old ways of thinking are coming to an end. Something in your life needs sweetening, and you are open to personal transformation. Delve deep into your subconscious. Have you thought about hypnosis? How about a support group, meditation, or some form of therapy? Be willing to explore. As you learn more about yourself, you will find the deeper meaning of life. I find my own sweetness in life. So again, some of you are going on a spiritual hiatus or journey. It's not really like a hiatus. It's almost like to everyone else you're taking a break from life, but to yourself you're finally living because you've had things put on hold and on a break while you were taking care of everyone else. And now you get to go into hyperdrive for yourself, and those of that who sync up and are on that same path get to come with you. The really loyal ones, only the loyal ones. Some of you will be able to bring your pet along, so if that's a concern and you've not been traveling because of pets or young children, you're going to be able to work that out and go ahead and do these things that you want to do and have a really good trip and journey, okay? So keep calling that in. You're literally drawing down the stars. You're literally jumping up and reaching those stars, wishing on your stars, and it's coming true. Believe it, so get it going. Look up those price things. I know you have to be careful how you research travel prices, because they remember the cookies on your computer and they'll try to give you higher prices. So research how to research travel tickets, but I feel like you should be coming into some really good deals, right? Some of those price saver sites, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be so fun. I'm so happy for you. So here's to your healing and your adventures. I appreciate you. Please comment down below if this resonates, what you think, where you want to go. All right, let's manifest. Where are you going, boo? Where are you going? Let us know. Like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you soon.